start counting right now to 1 million, we wouldn't get there for 12 days. And if I kept on counting and tried to get to 1 billion, it would take 12 years. But if you try to keep on counting to 1 trillion, you're going to have to live 32,000 years to count to 1 trillion. So the human body is very, very fearfully and wonderfully made. 70 trillion cells. In comparison to astronomy in the Milky Way galaxy, they've already charted over 200 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. You understand that your human body has 375 times more cells than all the stars in the Milky Way galaxy. And as we looked at each of these cell structures today, for one thing, like in the lung, all of us, we take it for granted, but in a year's time, we're going to breathe in and out about 10 million breaths. That's a lot of breathing in a year's time. But if you were to take the collagen structure, the cell structure of your lungs alone, and unfold them, they're like a fan folded together. You unfold the lungs of your human body, and your lung structure in your chest cavity is the equivalent of about a tennis court. It's that big, the lungs are. And yet all that collagen, all those cells are squoze right in there. Inside this heart that's pumping, it pumps blood on a highway system. The highway system is massive. 70,000 miles of blood vessels. Blood vessels made out of collagen. And the blood itself, though a lot of the blood is water, dihydrogen monoxide, H2O, the real part of that blood that holds it together, it makes it viscous, it makes it viable, is collagen. And here we go with this blood. It's going to travel 70,000 miles down the arteries, down the veins, down the capillaries. If we were to take the capillary system in your human body alone, just the capillaries, under 20 square feet of skin, and skin, by the way, is collagen. Underneath is 20 square feet of skin. Just in your capillaries alone, we're talking about the itty-bitty, teeny-weeny little blood vessels, the ones that bruise and break the easiest. The capillaries alone in your human body would literally, physically cover 1.5 acres inside your 20 square feet. So now, we look up here in the computer room. Up here in the brain, 100 billion brain cells. 100 billion brain cells. And it's made out of collagen. The collagen of the brain, the structure, the integrity of the interior design. So when you look at the brain, and by the way, each brain cell has these little plugs, we call them synaptic dendrites and membranes and things, little plugs into the computer. So you take 100 billion brain cells. Each brain cell alone has approximately 1,000 plugs plugged into that cell. In your human computer, you've got more plugs plugged into your computer than all the computers on planet Earth with all the cords that are plugged into them in the human brain. Collagen. Collagen is the massive amount of that. Inside the eye itself that keeps the eyeball round and structured, there's a fluid in there. But you can't just have water, dihydrogen monoxide, because it would leak out all the time. It has to have a viscosity. It has to have a flexibility. The fluid has to be able to keep the pressure just right. The aqueous humor made out of collagen. And so collagen sometimes looks liquid. Other times it looks like a bone. A lot of the cartilage, the fiber, the sinew, the things that are unique to your back, your hips, your knees, your wrists. Collagen. Collagen is holding you together. Collagen is what not only keeps those structures glued together, but it gives you integrity and flexibility and the ability to bounce around. So you got this blood, and it's going to move about 70,000 miles down these blood vessels, veins and arteries and capillaries made out of collagen. And the blood itself, though it has a water base, inside it we have hemoglobin, collagen. And inside this is a one red blood cell. Each one red blood cell has about 9,000 atoms of stuff in it. What do you mean atoms of stuff? Well, if we started looking at one red blood cell, you've got about 5,000 atoms of hydrogen and about